Welcome to our Mediadesign University Insights series. Today I'm talking to Professor Frank Ringwald from Digital Film and Animation Department in Berlin. Hello Frank. Today we would like to talk about the degree program Digital Film Design and Animation VFX. I hope I pronounced it right. Talking about the content. What are the most elements of the study program and what exactly do our students learn?
Actually, we have a pretty generalistic approach to the field of animation and VFX because the pipeline, the workflows in the industry are very diverse. There are so many different steps from the idea to the finished films. And we have the idea that the students, after they graduated from the program, are able actually to enter in different steps of this pipeline. Of course, the main elements are the work on visual effects or short animation sequences, mostly within project work. And so the students learn actually every step that's necessary from, like I said, from the idea to the finished product.
So the whole process.
The whole process. There are a lot of technical parts, of course, in it, because if you work in animation or in VFX, it's mostly a combination of both, of creativity and design, but also of very technical approaches. You work with a computer, you work with a lot of software, you have to know this software, you have to achieve certain skills on that. So yeah, you actually, if you want to study animation or VFX, you need an affinity to both.
Okay, I see. And which competences are learned during the program?
It mostly starts with the basics, with the design basics, also a bit of drawing, but not for its own sake, but as a tool for communication, like in a storyboard or in a concept. And then more and more we evolve into the digital workflows using different softwares for the different steps of the pipeline.
Okay, I see. You talked also about storytelling.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more? Because this is pretty interesting, I think, for people.
Yeah, well, I think storytelling is the basis of everything. Yeah. If you want to make a film, or if you want to make a game, or if you want to, let's say, write a song, you need a story you'd like to tell. And without this idea, without this actually core, or with this soul of the idea, it's actually impossible, for me it's actually impossible to reach the goal that you want to achieve. Because otherwise you just use your craft yeah, for showing something. Maybe mostly showing just that you're able, that you're crafty, that you are able to do certain things, but the soul is lacking.
I see. What do you think does Mediadesign University differently from other universities due to that special program?
Due to that special program, I guess it's the fact that we actually have a close look at the industry. That our curriculum is orientated by the needs of the industry. So the students, after they graduated, actually can enter into the industry pretty smoothly. So in terms of the content, and also in terms of course, hard and software, we always orientated on the needs of the industry. And on the other hand, actually we try to establish workflows, we try to establish ways of working, like in project work or in kinds of communication. So the students are already trained in this way of working.
I see. Okay, what do you think are the highlights, the magic moments, the wow moments during the program for students, seeing it from a student's perspective?
Of course, the project works are the highlights. In every semester, we have a period of time for about 6 or 8 weeks. And in this period of time, the students are only working on the project. There are no other lectures beside, so they can totally focus on the work. And to see the process within these 6 or 8 weeks from having an idea and finally actually presenting the final product, those are the magic moments. To see this development, to see how the students interact with each other and also interact with the technologies, how they adopt for every new project new technologies to actually develop their own knowledge. Those are for me the highlights.
And looking at the graduates, where do our graduates work? What positions do they hold?
Yeah, mostly if they graduated, they enter the industry as so-called junior artists, but in very different branches. Of course, there is the TV industry, there is the film industry, which is actually exploding during the pandemic due to the fact that the streaming services developed so much. And so the studios, the animation and VFX studios, they get more and more work to do. So they have to hire more and more people for this amount of work. So it's pretty easy to get into it right now. But there are also other branches where graduates can work. For example, the commercial industries. In producing commercials today, there are also standards, very high standards. Concerning the imagery that is shown. Also other industries, for example, the automotive industries or the architectural field, actually need the skills and the knowledge of our students if new projects need to be visualized. So that's also another big field where the students can work.
Well, that sounds like a huge variety of fields.
Huge variety.
Mm-hmm. And can you give us a specific example?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of graduates that actually start in Germany and then move over to other countries and work internationally. Wiebke Bohm, for example. Dirk from the Career Service already did an interview with her, so for those who are interested, just have a look at this interview. She started in her internship here in a company in Munich, at Trickster, and then she moved over to London. Worked in different companies there on big Hollywood blockbuster production, and then she moved over to Vancouver, which is actually the center of the Canadian VFX and animation industry. There are a lot of companies there. A lot of German, a lot of European companies have their locations there for different reasons. So this is a very good example. And if you're interested in her story, just have a look at the video.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Frank, for your time. And I can say that I really, really would appreciate to be a student of yours at DFD, at Mediadesign Hochschule, Berlin. Thank you.